Welcome to the Listening Heart Podcast,
where we take a moment to truly listen, explore, and connect with the stories and experiences that matter most.
We're your hosts, Brian and Summer Smith.
So wherever you are, take a deep breath, open your heart, and let's begin this journey of listening and discovery together.
Okay. Welcome back. This is the Listening Heart Show. I'm Brian. This is Summer Smith. And what is this? Episode
13.
13. Yay!
Yay! Episode 13. We're just moving along here. So it's good to be back. Thank you for joining us today. We have a wonderful show today that we're excited about. My husband was worried about this fan, so if y'all hear it, listen, I'm hot, okay? So it's on. Sorry. We'll just try to talk loud. So we have a great show planned for you today. We're excited. We have guests from Saving All My Bros. So I had never heard of them before, but had you heard of them before?
I didn't know a lot about them, but I had a conversation when I was at work one day with one of the members, and I was like, that sounds like a pretty interesting group. So It kind of grew from there. Like, you know what, when we ever get a talk show, I'm like, that would be a good guest to have on it. So it kind of started from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you work with one of the members.
Yeah, his name is Edison.
Okay. Well, right now we are gonna bring to the stage the co-founder, co-owner, and that is Adam.
We don't want to butcher your last.
It's my job.
Oh goodness. You guys, we are just having so many technical difficulties today, so please forgive us. So it's wonderful to have you on the show, Adam.
How y'all doing?
We're doing good. How are you this evening?
I'm doing good. I appreciate y'all from having us on this evening.
Good. So, tell us about Saving All My Bros. Like, what kind of organization is it, and what do you all do?
Okay, Saving All My Bros is a nonprofit organization, 501c3, that aims to stop gun violence within the youth.
Okay, awesome. And how did you come up with the idea for the business, or
the idea, the names, everything? But basically, it was mostly my son. Basically, he used to, every time we ride around the city, he used to see homeless folks, and he used to make me give him money. Then he asked me questions. Hey, Dad, how can we help him? How can we do this? So that basically inspired me to get this going. And so our first initiative was, just helping the community and all that. And then then we see the gun violence going in the community. So we changed our initiative to target, the youth and all that.
Okay, so it started out with your son just having a heart for the homeless.
That's
you're
right.
A good father, and entertaining your son and doing that. That's awesome. That's wonderful.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
So, with gun violence, how did you? Well, I know there's a lot in Kansas City, but what do you believe led you there or gave you that desire to help with that issue?
Because as my son got older, and then we see the crimes that's going on in the city and the kids that's getting killed, they basically between the ages of 14 to 18. 18 to 24. So, as a black father and have a black son, and I'm seeing a lot of black males losing their lives at a young age. So we all came to the board together and we basically decided to go toward this initiative to change the perspective and the culture within the community.
Okay. And what is your mission for this organization?
Basically change the culture within our youth, like give them different curriculum, like give them stuff that they need, like conflict resolution, other way to deal with combat problems, give them stuff they can do other than crime. So basically give them another outlet to reach instead of just going out there and doing the stuff they're not supposed to be doing.
Well, that's good. I remember when I was growing up, our mother put us in a program. It was called Images. I don't know. Have you ever heard of that?
Nah, I was in 4-H. That's what the program I was in growing up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a good one too. I wasn't in 4-H because that sounds like agriculture and dirt and animals. And that was not me. Me and outside really don't work well together. So, yeah. But Images was a program. It was for the inner city youth, and they taught us how to play the piano, and we had art classes and just different things like that. We learned to read, not learn to read, but we read like books, African culture books, things like that. So I found that was really helpful. It gave us another outlet. And so that's really important to have in the community. We're gonna add Chris on here. He is your
outreach coordinator.
He's the outreach coordinator. So we're gonna add him to the stage right now.
Coming to the stage.
Coming to the stage is Mr. Chris Weston, the fourth. Hi, Chris. How are you?
Good evening, everybody. Good evening. I'm doing great. I'm blessed. I can't complain. How's everybody doing?
We're doing good. We're doing good. So Adam just gave us just some information on how the organization started and what your mission is. And as the outreach coordinator, what is your role in this?
And when did you get involved?
So I've been involved since the very beginning. Me and Adam grew up together. So we just being around Kansas City and seeing a lot of the violence and things that was going on, we wanted to be a change. We wanted to be change agents. We wanted to be the change we wanted to see. So we weren't happy with just complaining about what's going on. We wanted to bring solutions and start, and it all started from there. But like Adam was saying, his son, who inspired this whole thing, kind of brought it all to light, and it made it all make sense for us and said, hey, these kids are feeling the same thing. Our sons, because I have a son as well, our sons are feeling the same way. They want to make a change. They want to do something different. The same thing that we had been talking about when we were younger. So we wanted to give them that platform in order to do that. And it also is helping us because it's doing exactly what we want to do. And to answer your question about outreach coordinator responsibilities, I'm just the one that connects us with the community. So, wherever I'm going, I'm talking about Saving All My Bros. I'm finding out how we can kind of forge some real intentional collaborations and partnerships, because that's what we're all about. We'll probably get more into that, but we want to collaborate with like-minded organizations that's already doing the things that we want to do in the city, so that we don't have to recreate the wheel. So we can just partner together and do things a lot easier and work together. That's been the issue in our community a lot, is that we don't collaborate. Collaboration is the missing piece, I believe, in changing the way that our culture and our community is. So just as the outreach coordinator, I'm just outreaching. I'm being community involved, trying to find different people that maybe wanted to sponsor or, want to volunteer and things like that. So anything to do with the community and connecting them with us and learning more about Saving All My Bros, that's my responsibility as the outreach coordinator.
So if there are people who are listening who are interested in getting a hold of you or wanting to partner with your organization, how do they reach you all?
Yes,
they can go to Saving All My Bros. savingallmybro.org, and then you can get on there. You can see our volunteer list and all that. You can reach out to me and the co-founder. We got our numbers and emails, everything on there for y'all to reach us.
Yeah, and we're also very active on social media. So on Facebook, Instagram, we even have a YouTube channel, and it's all Saving All My Bros, BROS. If you search that on Google, you'll find us. If you search that on any of your social media outlets, you'll be able to find us and see some of the work that we've been doing already and kind of, what we're all about.
That's awesome. Okay. So, since you brought up the kind of work that you do, what have you done? What are some of the outreach activities that you've done? And what are your plans for the future?
So far we did a couple of, we do back to school. We did a couple of back to school drives in the last 2 years. We did 2 years ago. We've been doing back to school drives. We host teen nights every Thursday from 6:30 to 7, from 6 to 7:30 at Milestone Youth Center on 12th and Bells. And then we got some other projects coming up here in the next couple of months that we need volunteers for. Basically, it's a youth-driven program, so we're looking for more youth to be a part of this or the next event that we have coming up.
Okay. Now, the name is Saving All My Bros. So is this only for young men, or are young women also involved? Do you have women volunteers? Like what does that look like?
Yeah, I'm glad you asked that. Yeah, because you can piggyback off of it, Adam. But I'm glad you asked that, because that's something that we thought about when we were creating it. Hey, we don't want to make the women feel like they're not a part of it. But to that point, our CEO and our president is actually a woman. Atunta Majok, which is Adam's sister, is actually our CEO, our founder and president. So she's the one that's heading everything, because we know our women are important. But kind of to Adam's point previously, we see the issue in our community. We know that it has a lot to do with our young men. We know that our young men are lacking the leadership qualities that are needed to be able to take us to that next level. So we're not saying, hey, we're not thinking about the women, because at our teen nights, we have young girls there as well. And they're welcome at all of our events. Our events are not just for boys at all. All teenagers are welcome. We just want to focus in on our men, because I feel that a lot of times there's a lack of focus and attention on the young, and specifically African-American and minority men. So we want to give them leadership qualities and leadership skills that can help them, because I think that empowering our men is going to in turn help our families, help our kids, help our women, help our schools. Everything is going to change if we have stronger and more more leadership driven men in our community.
I agree. That's really good. What do you think, honey?
That's actually pretty great. That's excellent. Do you find it difficult trying to find volunteers just to help you guys out?
Not really, because we go to different events through the community, and we have our volunteer list. So people do come to our little tables and our events. We get names and numbers that we can call and reach out to them, basically. And they, for the most part, they all show up, and they're really into the community. So that's a good thing. So that part haven't been hard for us as an organization.
Yeah, and to that point, sorry to cut you off. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
We do have a long list of volunteers, but as I think about it, to our point we're talking about now, a lot of our volunteers are women. We are looking for more men volunteers. So yeah, we do have a long list of volunteers, but to be honest, a lot of them are women, and we want to see a lot more men coming to volunteer with us as well.
I agree.
So how do you get that message out, or how have you been getting that message out, that you want more men to be volunteers? Because we do need men to, I believe, to take charge and be the examples for these young men.
That's why we basically come up with these programs to teach these young men for the future. But for the most part, we haven't been having a lot of male role models to come in there. So I hope this podcast help us get that message out there and tell them that we need more male figures within this community and in this organization to help us grow the youth.
And again, if you want to volunteer for this organization, go to savingallmybros.org, and then you can go to their
Facebook page.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Facebook page, Saving All My Bro on Facebook and Instagram.
Okay. Yeah. So men, we need you. We need you to
Yeah.
show up for our young
Yes,
men.
please.
Yes. Yes. We need that in the community. So I have a question about so your philosophy to me sounds really great, like what you your mission, but how does that actually happen? Like what kind of programs do you have for the youth? Like
I'm 13. What are you offering me as a 13-year-old kid? Like, I want
to show leadership,
Yeah,
and like what does that look like?
right.
So it looks like youth led different kind of programs. So like for example, right now we were lucky to be awarded a grant for a youth led initiative within the city. So what it is we want to make sure that the homeless have clothes and have food during the winter time. So a lot of our kids have been coming to us, and even like when I'm driving, I have a 7-year-old son. Every single time that he sees somebody on the side of the road, he says, "Daddy, can we give them some money? They look hungry, or they look cold, or anything like that." So a lot of our board members have kids that feel that same way. So we've actually got an initiative right now that's being led by 3 teenagers that are organizing this give back, kind of a give back event where we got donated. We're awarded a grant where we have a nice amount of money where we can fund this project for the youth. They're leading it. They're at the forefront of it. They're saying, "Hey, we should go here and give it to these people. We should go here. How about we do this? How about we do that?" And we're sitting in the background, just making sure that we're crossing the T's and dotting the I's, make sure they're doing everything right. But we're empowering them. So that's what that looks like. We empower them, and then at the end, we show them, "Hey, you made this impact. You see all these homeless people, 1,000 homeless people you touched, you made that impact." And I think that's the missing piece. We don't understand, as young Black men, we don't understand the impact that we can have. If I was being thrown into a leadership position at 13, my leadership skills would have been a lot better than they are today. But instead, a lot of times we were in fight or flight mode, and a lot of times we weren't even able to start building leadership qualities that we have. So that's what that looks like. And we have a curriculum. We actually have a curriculum that one of our board members has created that goes into depth on every single aspect that our youth are facing today and how to overcome it. Like, for example, right now we're going through conflict resolution. Gun violence in Kansas City can be resolved by knowing how to deal with conflict in a healthy way. Just because somebody, me and Adam were just talking about that. I think someone, I don't know the specifics of the story. Adam may speak on it, but some high schooler bumped another high schooler in the gym or in school in the hallway, and then he went and shot him. So if we able to have a curriculum that says, okay, this is conflict resolution. Let's see what are we going through right now? Because a lot of times it's emotional things that we like to avoid emotion as men. Hey, we're not emotional, but if we can understand our emotions and then stop them and check them at the door, we can avoid so much conflict and then save so many lives by that. So those little small things are what it looks like in real life, and that's what we want to do. We don't see anybody else out here doing that, where we're giving them a leadership role where they can actually take the wheel and drive this thing home and have some actual personal input in what's going on in our community.
And basically, that's what we do for the youth. We want our youth to have a voice. A lot of our youth don't have a voice. So that's why we really want them to push the initiative that we bring up and hear their voice. Because a lot of time when we just listen to our kids and our youth, we can actually understand them. But, us growing up is stay in a child's place. Get out the room and grown folks talking. So if we give a kid a little voice, maybe we can understand our youth, and maybe we can stop the violence that's going on within our community.
That's good. I agree with that. A lot of times, just even as adults, sometimes like we don't know how to express ourselves. That's why now it's a big push about mental health. Go see a therapist. Get it out, because when we keep those things in, it just it bubbles over and bottles. You bottle it up, and then it just comes out. We were watching what was the show with the basketball player Kevin Durant? What's the name of that show? What was it?
Starting Five.
Starting Five. Have y'all heard of that?
I think I did.
I heard of it. Yeah.
Okay, so there's one episode with Kevin Durant, and he's down the court playing, and then there's this other tall dude. What's the name of the dude? Mawawi or
Wembenyama,
Oh, Wembenyama. Yeah.
yeah, whatever
Wemby,
his
just
name.
say Wemby.
Yes, and so he's like a foot taller than Kevin Durant, taller, whatever. He's guarding him and everything, and so he walks by him. And he hits him. He's so tall, like his shoulder hit Kevin Durant in the face. It was like the cheek. And when I saw that, Kevin Durant just walked off, and he was like, "Dang, his shoulder, it hits me in the cheek." Just how tall he is. He just commented on how tall he was, and I was like, but the hit was intentional. You could tell it was like he, And so I was like, any other place that would be a fight. I'm thinking. Somebody hit me in my face. but I think that shows the leadership and the skills that, some of the players and things like that they get, the leadership qualities and the leadership training that they get, because instead of fighting because we've seen that on football, somebody hit them and they get upset and, come back and hit them and stuff like that. But Kevin Durant, he just turned it, shook it off and laughed about it.
Look at you paying attention.
I was paying attention.
Wow.
So I'm just saying, I can see that that's what's needed. That I can see that that's what's needed, and I commend you all for starting this organization and teaching our young men and young ladies to that there's a different way to handle conflict. There's, you need to talk about these things. Don't bottle it up. We don't know what kids or even adults are going through every day. You know what I mean? Right. Especially now, it's just so much stress and just a lot to be going through.
Well,
so
the football player just killed himself.
Yeah,
that is true. And he had a touchdown. And he had a touchdown the day before, so he was on his high horse. And
so you never know what somebody's going through.
Yeah, that just goes to show, and I love that you said that piece about mental health. I mean, because his family, to his point, his family was saying he was going through mental stuff. He had just lost his mom, and I can attest to that. I know how that happens. I did lose my mom, so he was going through that. So even somebody who is on the highest of the high, somebody who is at the NFL, who just scored a touchdown for the first time in his career, he can still mentally be at a place where he wants to take his own life, and so. That's why we've actually partnered with other organizations within Kansas City. Rediscover is one of them as well. They're mental health advocates. They have mental health resources right in our community that are free of charge. These things I didn't even know about. Me and my age, I didn't even know there were free resources right in our neighborhood. So that's what we want to do. We want to be able to connect our man to those resources, but first taking away the negative connotation of mental health, because we don't even me. We all need therapy. I believe everybody needs therapy, but even myself, I avoid it sometimes. So I want to make sure that I can help these teens out and say, hey, you can talk to somebody about it. But when we were growing up, it's like, you don't tell anybody your business what's going on. You kept that inside, but we need to break that negative connotation.
Because even a couple of months ago, I even take a mental health course, and I got a certificate for it, just to have kids just be able to reach out to the teens. If they can't get to somebody else, they can talk to me, and I know what to say to them, what number to call to get them help. Sometimes these kids don't want to call, but if they have somebody sitting next to them, we can call together. So I went through a little mental health course just for this reason. So when I help these youth, I'm not just hearing their face. I really can help them.
That's good. That's good. I mean, we need to be able to, just like you said, give the youth an outlet to get things off their mind. And then I commend you for taking that course too, because sometimes we don't know how to handle it. If you haven't been trained, this like our we have a one of our elders at church. He is what was it, a psychotherapist, or I don't know. He's getting his doctorate on therapy or whatever. But anyway, he has given us classes at the church because people come to church with so many issues. And, we have lessons and things like that in the Bible, but sometimes you need the down to earth, like this is what you're experiencing. This is how to overcome this situation. And so that's good. I'm glad that you all are providing it for the youth. That's amazing. For our audience, if you want to join this conversation, please join us. We're on, I guess if you see it, as you on YouTube or you on Facebook. So, let them know if you have any questions or if you are interested in volunteering. We do have an aunt who is, she has an organization called Anti-Bully Man. And I'm going to mention your organization to her because maybe you guys can partner together. Her and her partner, they have a curriculum about anti-bullying. And so I'm sure that you all, have a lot of things in common. And so I think that would be, a good connection. So
we're always looking for like-minded. We're always looking for like-minded organization. So basically, that's how this organization was created. It wasn't a standalone organization because you stand alone, you won't do a lot. But if we can communicate, collaborate, and all that, I think that could do more than just us just standing here and trying to reinvent the wheel when the wheel's already created. We could just partner with you and then partner with somebody else and partner with somebody else. And that's how we do all our events. We find partnerships and then we just make a greater event, make a bigger dent in the community.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. So we're going to play just a little commercial. We want to thank our sponsors. Our main sponsor is One Church in Christ. And so we just want to thank them for their support and their love. And we'll play this commercial really quickly. And when we come back, we want to hear more about things that you have in place for I want to hear about the storytelling, like how storytelling, how you involve that in your organization. So I thought that was really interesting.
Okay.
So let's play this.
Hello, family. I'm Pastor Seal, and I'd like to welcome you to One Church in Christ. Join us live this Sunday at 11 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time, where we'll be broadcasting on YouTube and Facebook Live. Come with a listening heart and be inspired. We can't wait to see you there.
Okay. Again, we just want to thank One Church in Christ. If anyone is looking for a church home, we are on Facebook, One Church in Christ, at 11 o'clock on Sundays. We also have 6 a.m. devotion every morning throughout the week. And you can just DM us on Facebook, and then we can send you the link. And then we also have Wednesday night Bible studies at 7 o'clock. So again, we want to thank One Church in Christ. Okay, so tell us a little bit about storytelling. So do you, is it like griot? Telling, like, how does that work? Like, tell me a little bit about that. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so it's something that came from one of our board members. We kind of do research. We researched a lot of other nonprofits to find out ones that did things that were successful. And like we said, we don't want to reinvent the wheel. We want to find out what's successful and kind of replicate that. So one of the organizations that we took a close look at was MAD, Mothers Against Drunk Driving. Mm-hmm. And a large thing that they did when they were first coming out, where they had stories. They had the mothers of the victims coming up and giving those heartfelt testimonies and those stories. And those were the things that drew everybody in, that made it a real issue. And then it started to see change, and you got the culture's attention. You were able to get emotions and feelings and move people by true stories. And we felt that we can do the same thing with gun violence in our community because we have so many people that deal with it. And I think a lot of times if it doesn't happen right in our own backyard or to people that we know, we might look at it like, oh, that's just another one. That's another one. Versus if we make it real and see how these people are impacted, especially these kids. So we have kids coming up here talking about the impact that gun violence has had on them. And then they also say, well, this did happen to me, but now I want to make a change. I want to do something better. Yeah, my dad was killed by someone, but I want to make sure that somebody else's father doesn't get killed, and telling their story and making it relatable to people. And I think that has such a strong impact in our community is the storytelling, because it brings everything to life and it makes it all reality. And then coming from the teens is so powerful because it's showing that they are affected by it. Like it is an emotional burden, but they are going to overcome that. And I think that's going to be something that can be replicated.
Yeah, because even a couple of people on the board member was impacted by gun violence. So they not just talking about it, they actually living it and feeling the grief for these people that we're trying to actually help.
Yeah, I mean, we hear about it all the time in the community. And my son has a cousin who was killed by gun violence. It was somebody who was like driving by an apartment building, and the young boy, I think he was maybe 3 or 4. I mean, he wasn't much older, he wasn't old at all. And he was just laying on the couch, and that, drive by, it killed him. And his mother actually, she has a nonprofit now that she started, and she does. I'll tell her about your organization too.
Please do.
Yeah.
Please do.
Yeah. She has a nonprofit, and they do drives and things like that. And she, is connected to different organizations and things like that. So yeah, I will definitely. I'm writing this down. My auntie.
Yes. Hey, I'll take them all. Yeah, as the outreach coordinator, I'll reach out to all of them. Yeah.
My cousin's cousin.
You guys may know that African proverb. You go fast alone, but you go further together. So I mean, we got to collaborate in order to get farther and make more impact.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm gonna tell my brother about it too, because we do a lot of community things with our church, and so I think that would be something good for us. And then even Hopeway. So I'm gonna
school because at East.
Oh yeah, East High School.
Now that y'all said that, because we even want our curriculum to get into the schools too. So that's please, because that's where we want to be in a couple of years. Like have our curriculum in the school, because teach our kids conflict resolution and all that.
Yeah. So my aunt, she the one who has the anti-bully. She has curriculum, and she's she has school contacts and things like that. So like I said, I'm definitely going to give her your information. And then my brother, because he's at East High School, he's a teacher up there. So yeah, and he's a coach. So he has football, wrestling,
whatever kind of sport they got.
Yeah, whatever kind of sport they got. He's
nice.
He's in it.
Because we do need some high school kids to come down here and teach the middle school kids. Teach them. Just we want our parents. We want the parents to be. When we doing it, we're adults, so they be like, but if they see their parents doing it, it's different. So like we was growing up, we did mostly what our friends did. We barely want to listen to our parents. So that's how it be. So we want the parents, the youth, to literally lead this initiative that we're trying to, and our mission statement.
So the programs are, what did you say the ages are of the kids?
From 6th grade to 12th.
Oh, 6th to 12th grade. Okay.
Yes.
So that's a big range of age range. I for some reason I thought it was like 6 years old to 12, but it was actually grade. Okay.
Yeah, 6th grade.
Okay. Oh yeah, that would be really good. Okay.
Yeah, and we want to start teaching those older ones to be leaders right there in their own community. So on teen nights, we make sure. So every Thursday, like Adam said, we have teen nights, and we have the older kids and younger kids. So we always getting on the older ones, like, hey, these young kids are watching you, so you need to do these habits to make sure that you're a leader, because they're going to do what you want to do. So we want to make sure that we giving them the impact and telling them why it makes sense. But really, just to bring one more thing, I wanted to add on the storytelling, just to bring that home. So
Okay.
just imagine if we have a teenager, a young youth, going up and talking about how he experienced gun violence and someone in his family was killed. But instead of talking about anger, he talked about forgiveness and how we, him as his peers, how we can do different. Because we know everything is all about let's getting back. You know, somebody gets killed and then somebody from that family gets killed, and then it's a back and forth and a never ending cycle. What if these kids come up there and give their story and their testimony, and they're the one who are imploring us to forgive each other and to give grace and to move on and to get better? I just think that's going to show that violence is going to be seen differently publicly. It's not just a crime at that point. It's pain that's needing healing. And then that's going to, I mean, the story is going to move hearts way more than statistics ever can. We can give you all the statistics in the world, but these stories are going to move people way more than a stat ever can, especially coming from the youth.
And that breaks cycles, you know.
Yes.
That's breaking a cycle of violence that begets violence, you know. Oh wow, that's powerful. That is very powerful.
Yes, ma'am.
So I think do you have any youth who have well, I know you impacted youth, but any youth that that you've seen changes in, that have their own stories, that says, you know, like you said, like what we want to do, what we want the outcome to be. But have you seen any positive impacts in the youth so far?
Yeah, I mean, as far as huge impact, we're keeping statistics every year on our youth and how they're becoming better leaders. So the small victories count as well. So like on our Thursday nights when we're having leadership, we've been doing this for 2 years in partnership with Milestone Youth Center. It's a nonprofit organization that we partnered with, collaborated with. They had a lot of kids. They needed more volunteers. They needed curriculum. So we came in and we did that. So over the last 2 years, we've been keeping the stats and things like that. And we've seen so much improvement. Like, so me and Adam are there every Thursday. So we usually see a few kids and we can see the leadership skills in them. So we pick them out and we say, hey, you're going to be a part of our leadership academy. You're going to be a part of that. And we've seen great growth in these kids, because the first time when we were there last year, they were the ones being loud, being the disruptors. And this year, they're the ones that are leading, say, hey, be quiet while they're listening. They come and volunteer, because 2 nights before that, they have the young kids that come. So now our teens are starting to volunteer on the other night when the younger kids are there and being leaders. And they're saying, hey, you don't need to be acting like that. And they're changing their behavior. And we're seeing that in real life. So those little small victories really count, because those 2 or 3 boys are impacting so many other youth that we don't see yet. We don't see that effect yet, but we know for sure that it's going to make a difference.
And they come like I'm sorry about that. The first year that we was there, they didn't really open us to us. But this year they telling us more stuff that's going on in their homes, going on at school. They come to us one-on-one, talking to us. So it's like they're actually opening up. So we can see that we're actually doing the program and the curriculum is actually working, because at first they was staying off. They act like they was too good to talk to us, but now they come asking us they need this. Can we help them do that? They need to talk about if they getting bullied in school. We don't talk to them about that. So they really opened it up to us in this year. So it's working.
That's awesome, because to me that shows that you guys are consistent. You know, that you guys are true to your word, because kids, you know, sometimes it takes them time to get to trust people. So for them to be opening up to you, that means you guys are there consistently, and that you're, you know, they're starting to trust you. And for kids, you got to show stability, you know, for them to open up and stuff like that. So that's a testament to you all and your organization, and just the type of people that you are. So that's a blessing. I'm excited about that. I'm gonna tell my son about it too. Hopefully he can come and
how old is he?
Something.
He's
28. He's 28.
Oh yeah, we tell him come down and volunteer every Thursday. He can come there. The first night he can just come and sit. We just want people to come there and just see. You know, you just come see the environment, and you know, ask us the questions you want to ask us, and we'll go from there.
Okay, yeah, he's an artist and a costume designer, and he just had a play in downtown Kansas City a little bit ago. It was
See,
he was the
that's good.
director. So yeah,
Because we gonna need him here in a couple of weeks because we have our entrepreneurship that he can come and speak on that. So these kids can actually see there's other ways of making money and doing stuff
Yeah.
instead of going the other way. So we would love to have him for our entrepreneurship class. So that's perfect.
oh well, yeah. Tell me a little more about that then, because yeah, he does that for a living. That's what he does for a living.
Yeah, that's part of our curriculum. We haven't
Yeah.
got there to our entrepreneurship class yet, but that's part of our
Oh, okay.
curriculum. So that's where we trying to find entrepreneurship. Right now we got Deep Rooted. You heard of Deep Rooted?
Deep
It's a
rooted. That
clothing.
sounds
It's a
familiar.
clothing. Yes, it's a clothing. It's a clothing brand. He partnership.
Okay.
He's partnered with us, and he donated some clothes for us
Mm-hmm.
for our youth. So he gonna
Oh,
come down and speak to the kids about. He's a black. He started out his trunk selling his clothes. Now he
mm-hmm.
got his own store and everything and merch and people buy it. So he came like they say he got it out the mud. So
Mm.
we gonna that's the kind of entrepreneurs that we looking for to come speak to these kids to let them know Rome wasn't built in one day. So you can start from the bottom and keep crawling like we do in this organization right now.
Yes. And there's also different programs too. There's one that's usually in the summertime that teaches youth about entrepreneurship, like how
Mm.
to like if they have an idea for a product or a business, they teach them how to bring it to fruition. So
Mm.
yeah, I'll tell them about that too.
Nice. It sound like we're gonna have a long list of people to contact. You gonna put me
Yes,
to work.
people
I
to
like it.
contact.
Yeah,
Yes,
come on, keep
absolutely.
sending them.
Hey, bring them down. We love it. The more
But yeah,
partnership we got, the better we can help the community.
yes.
Yes.
And
I'm excited about it.
the more we can impact our youth, because to Adam's point, in order to see better, I mean, to do better, you got to see better. So you have to know that there's opportunities out there. So we plan to bring doctors in, lawyers in that look like the kids that we're working with, and show
Right.
them, hey, there's other avenues. We're not shown that on TV. Hey, if you're not an athlete or you're not an entertainer or you're not a rapper, you probably ain't gonna make it. You're gonna have to go to the streets and figure it out. But that's not the truth. It's so much more opportunity out there. We just don't have the resources. So if we knew better, we'd do better. So that's what we want to do. To be a man, you got to see a man. To be better, you got to see better. So we just want to make sure that we're bringing people in our community that can come and show them in real life, like, hey, I was exactly where you were right there. I was there, but I had to get it out the mud. There's no instant gratification. Our kids are stuck on that. They want it quick. And society has made it worse because there's social media and everything is instant gratification. We don't want to work hard for anything, but we got to show them that it takes hard work in order to be successful here. And it's not no easy out for
No
anything, or
easy
you might
way
end
out.
up locked
Yeah.
up or dead. Yeah.
Like y'all talking to Chris right now. Y'all don't even know Chris is a real estate agent.
No. Wow.
Right.
Look at that.
That's
Yeah.
good. See? So that's some stuff we gotta teach these kids is other avenues of other way, a legit way to get it. You don't have to be a rapper.
Exactly.
Everybody can't be a rapper. We
Right.
need doctors, we need lawyers, we need construction workers, we need construction company, we need lawnmower companies. Like we need the stuff that people think. Also, yes, that is true. There's other avenues of making legit money. You can get it out the mud. It's okay. It's okay.
Yes. Yep. And there's different, I mean, just so many programs now. Like I was telling him, like now, Home Depot is giving free
Yes.
classes,
Yep.
on how to do home improvement, remodeling, so you could just it's free. You can log on
It's
there and
free.
learn how to change a door, lay a floor. It's just so much. So I'm excited. I'm really glad that the kids are getting these opportunities. It's giving them, like you said, like I'm so glad that I had the parents that I had, because they made sure that
Amen.
we traveled. They made sure that we met different people, just so we can. Our mind is broad. You know what I mean? So because if you only see what's in front of
Yep.
you, you won't know what's out there. You'll think that the world is flat. You'll think that
Mhm.
you can only go this high. This is only available to me. But no, you can be whatever you want to be. You know, God has blessed us all with gifts and talents, and he can make a way out of no way. You know, he's a creative God, and so he's given us creativity so we can create something that you haven't seen before. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Just so it's giving them life and opportunity, and you know, we don't have to just, you know, do things the way we've always done them. You know, yeah, you don't have to settle.
Because a lot of our youth have talents, but they don't know where to go do it. Like some of them can draw, but they don't know where to go get the paperwork and draw. They don't know who to help them draw the line a little straighter or do a little bit of this, or some know how to play the drum, but they don't know where to get drum set at and all that. So we can really tap into their potential and get them the help they need to reach their full potential. I think that will mostly cut out some of the gun violence. Our youth don't have nothing to do.
Yeah.
In their mind, they don't. They're like, I want to play the drums. I ain't got no drum set, so I'm gonna go hang out with my boys. See, and then now the boys want to go do something dumb. See, so now they're all caught up in this cycle. But he really want to be a drummer, but he ain't got the drum set, or he really want to draw, but he don't know where to go get this help from. Because, like you said, our parents growing up, most parents ain't paying for you to go take art classes or paying for you to go take drum lessons. But if we can find organization that giving out these lessons free, and I think that'll really help out the gun violence situation. Our teens is out here with nothing to do, with too much time on their hand. If we take away some of that time and utilize that energy into something positive, I think that will bring a whole nother culture to our Black youth in the community.
I agree. And you know, like I said, I'm thankful for the parents that I had. I'm thankful for the parents that my husband had. But you know, everybody don't have parents like we did. You know what I mean?
That is true.
And nowadays, it's so much stress and things like that. I mean, you know, I do think it's the parents' responsibility to be creative and help their kids, but some, they're struggling themselves. You know what I mean? They don't even know what to do, or they're facing the same issues where they only see this far and they can't see that. So your organization is there to help those kids whose parents may not be able to help them or may not be able to see. Yeah, bridging the gap. Right, exactly.
Yep.
Bridging the gap, and we do need more of that in our community.
That's exactly what we're here for. Go ahead,
Chris. To take that a little step farther too. A lot of the teens that we deal with on Thursday night are foreign, and they're from a foreign country, and their parents probably don't even know English. They're usually the translator for their parents. So to that point, their parents can't really help because they don't know how. They don't know the American traditions. They don't know how to go out and do different things and see the resources that are out there. So we are needed, especially for those, not just the ones that don't have parents or parents that can't afford it, but the foreign ones that, and Adam can attest to that too, you know, coming from a foreign country back out here, we have to help them out as well because their parents can't really do that because of the lack of knowledge. So we want to be that change agent, like you say, bridge that gap.
That's really good. I didn't think about that. Like my brother, who at East, he's a teacher at East, right? So a lot of those students are foreign. They're foreign students. So he has students in his class that don't even.
They come to Milestone.
Yep.
They come down here to Milestone. They come to our teen night.
Okay. I'm definitely talking about brother.
Yeah, we probably know a few of them, probably for sure.
Yeah, most of them come to our teen night. Most of them go to East and Northeast High School. So we
Wow.
yes.
Wow. Oh, yeah.
Small world after all.
I know.
Small world.
Very small world. Very small world. But he was just telling me, like, you know, he'll be in class and, you know, they don't speak English, and he'll have to, you know, set them aside and kind of, you know, talk to them and try to teach them, you know, because they can get lost in class. Yeah. I just that's a whole nother story.
Because even coming to America, when I first got here, it was like the transition was hard. It was very hard. So now that we see these kids, I know what I went through. I don't want nobody to go through that. So for that example, so literally, that's why we tell them, I'm the second generation in America. I was once the first generation. So now I have a son that what I know now, see, my parents was go to work, go to school, work, go to school, no sports, focus on this, la la la. So it was a different. Now that I went through that, now my sons, it's different. I still got the work hard ethic, work, but now it's easy to transition. These kids, I see what they go through. It's hard to talk to their parents because the parents don't understand. Stay away from them. Like, he's not a bad person, but we went through that. Like, at first, I couldn't even hang out with Chris because they didn't know Chris. So that I had to get to know. They had to get to know Chris, and now even Edison. Edison mama didn't even want me hanging around Edison because she didn't know us. So it's like, so that bridging the gap, like you said, for them is even harder. Like, what your brother trying to do is harder because they get bullied, and that if you in the back of your mind you can't speak English, they making fun of you. It just takes a lot out of you. So when they come to us, we try to build back that confidence, build back that you okay. We went through that. Don't even worry. I went through that. I'm standing here strong. I'm okay. So we got to build that confidence back with them. So we know what your brother's dealing with. That's why when they come to us, we there for him. They even one of the kids went to Central. He was getting bullied. He was like, they make fun of his accent and all that. So me and Chris sat down and talked to him, and he's doing good now. He likes school again. He's actually doing better. So it just takes time. But like you said, we have more help, more organization helping, and parents talking to their teens. Hey, don't talk down on people. It takes us to talk to our kids too. I tell my kids, hey, don't make fun of nobody. Instead of you making fun, help them. So my boys are very good at that. I get emails, them telling me how my son helping kids tie their shoes. If the kid is down, he'll go over there and talk to him. He don't like my youngest don't like nobody bullying nobody. So he's keen on that. We all gonna play. He can play on my team, and y'all don't want to play with him. So it's a lot of work in this community, and it takes us parents and us adults to actually raise our kids. Like they say, it takes a village to raise a kid. So that's what we try to do right now.
That's definitely true. So do you have I guess your community events? I was gonna say, like, what about those parents who may not want to send their kids because they don't know you, they don't know, but this is a good outlet for their kids. Like, what do you say to those parents?
Come with your kids, bring the kids, because we actually want to meet the parents too. You see, basically we don't want to bring the kids to an environment where they have fun and they go back to an environment where it's negative. So if you can come with your kids, and we can talk to you too, if you need help paying bills and stuff like that, we can all figure this out together. Because ain't no point of the kid coming here and getting all this system and then go back home to a house with no lights. We actually just lost that war. You see, that battle was lost because now he's back in an environment where he's negative again. But for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, he felt like he was free and having fun. But in his back of his mind, he got to go home with no food or go home to this. So come with your kids. Come talk to us. It's like, it take all of us. It ain't just for the kids. We parents need counseling too. Parents need help too. So don't feel like you don't need, because you grown adults, you can do it on your own. No, we all need help. Like, even me sitting here, I need help. Why do you think I created this team on this board? Because I know this initiative was going to take a lot of strong-minded people. So that's why I put everybody in position so we can actually do what we need to do.
I'm excited about your organization.
I am too.
Okay, so I want to make sure that people have the information. So if they want to reach out to you to either find out about the programs, or if they want to volunteer, they're going to savingallmybros.org. That's the website. They can find you on IG. They can find you on Facebook. This is Adam and Chris. And then on Thursday, every Thursday is night. And what is the location? What's the name of the place again?
Yeah, it's Milestone Youth Center. It's
and when you say milestone, like a milestone of your life, it's MIL.
Yep.
Okay,
MILESTONE. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Milestone Youth Center.
Mm-hmm.
Chris, you know that exact address?
Where?
Okay, you about to give the exact address.
Yeah, it's at 3417 East 12th Street.
Okay.
And that's Kansas City, Missouri, 64127.
Okay. So that's the teen night, and it starts what time?
6 p.m. to 7:30.
6 p to 7:30, and that's every Thursday.
Every
And then
Thursday.
you have something for the younger ones, right? You said too?
Yeah, that's on Tuesday.
Yeah. On
What
Tuesday they
time
do
is that, Chris?
it's called ABC
ABC
Club, and it
Club.
runs
Yes.
it runs from 5 to 7 p.m. on Tuesday nights. So for the younger kids that are not
From
teenagers
fifth,
yet,
basically from fifth grade to from kindergarten to fifth grade. That
yep,
range.
K through 5. Yep.
Yep.
Okay, so Tuesdays 5 to 7 is the ABC Club. K to 5, kindergarten to 5th grade. Every Thursday is the teen night, set 6 to 7:30 p.m. And all of these are at the Milestone Youth Center at 3417 East 12th Street, Kansas City, Missouri, 64127.
Yes, ma'am.
Exactly.
Wonderful. So,
Yes.
what is it that maybe we haven't discussed that is really on your heart or your mind, and you want to talk about or want people to know? We have 3 minutes left before the end of the show, and I just want to give this time to you to say whatever you want to say, whatever we haven't discussed, or just whatever's really on your mind.
I don't really have a lot to say. I just want to say thank you for having us on here, and we need a lot of volunteers, like donations, volunteer. We'll take clothes. We even take books, like books that you don't need, give it to us. We'll take books because we pass out books in our free time too. So we just need volunteer books, donation, anything that can help move this forward and better our community. That's what we're here for. We'll take donation any time of the day. If you can go on our website, call the numbers on there, we will come pick it up. We will pick it up.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
That's really good because we got some stuff.
Hey, yeah, let us know. Yeah, we'll come get it.
Let us know. We'll come get it.
Yeah, so and just to piggyback off what Adam said, yeah, we just need more resources. It takes a village. We want to make sure that we're creating something that can grow, and after we're done, that it can be replicated. Where our sons are going to take over these positions, and other people's sons are going to take over these positions. We're expanding our youth ambassador programs, so we just expanding. We want more youth involved, and we want more parents involved. We want to show them better. We want to show them that they can do things differently, that they can be better. One quick thing, like Adam said, I'm in real estate, so we plan to have these kids. They've never been out of the inner city, right? All they've saw is these houses that their parents are most of the time renting. So we want to take these kids into predominantly Black neighborhoods that are well off, that have these $200,000 and $300,000 houses, and say, hey, do you know that there's somebody that looks like you that lives on every house on this block? So you know that you can actually do better. So we want to show them better, and that's what we want to do. So if there's anybody out there that's a professional, that's a minority that wants to volunteer their time and show these kids something different in a lot of these careers that we don't see ourselves in normally, we're looking for them, and we just want to spread the word that Kansas City is always seen as killer city. We want to change that dynamic. I don't think that's something to be proud of. I don't think that's something that we should brag about at all. We want to change that.
Peace Talar, I think that they want us to mention the skate night for the youth.
Yes, we were just about to say that.
Shout out to Peace. That's our social media manager. She's on here.
Social media manager. So
yeah,
she and Xavier are very, very helpful for us. So I appreciate my team that I created. But we have a roller skate party November 30th from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. at Winwood Skating Center at 4226 Northeast View. Wynn Road, Kansas City, Missouri 64117. It's a $10 donation for the first 50 people. They are free with a $10 donation, free food, free skates, free everything for the first 50 people. And after that, we'll cover that too. So the first 50 people are free, and it's November 30th, like basically after Thanksgiving, right before they go back to school, they can come. So it's basically for kids and young adults. So if you got a kid, 3 or 4 years old, you want to come on down, come skate with us and, meet us. And, we're taking $10 donation to help for our cause and our missions.
That's awesome. So November 30th, if you like to skate, you want to know how to skate, you want to support, come out to
Winwood. Winwood skate. Everybody know that Winwood. It's right. North Kansas City. It's the one in North Kansas City.
Okay.
Right over there by the Target, right in North Kansas City.
think we
Okay, we'll skate. Okay, all right.
Yeah, if they look on our Facebook page, we posting an event there, so they can always go to our Facebook page and see the flyer and see all that. So we always keep our Facebook page and everything updated.
Okay. So whenever you see this this broadcast, make sure to go to Saving All My Bros, like all their pages, so you can stay informed of what's going on. Hit them up on Facebook, IG, go to their website. They take donations. Is there a place on your website where people can donate like funds? Is it
Yeah.
okay? So if they go and if you go to their website, if you'd like to donate to this cause, they have a link on their website for that. So,
And just to mention, we are 501c3 certified, so all those things are tax exempt, and we'll make sure you get receipts and everything you need for that. So we are an official organization.
awesome. That's wonderful. And then sometimes when people volunteer, they want like a volunteer form. Do you have those available?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we do.
Awesome. Well, this
And
has been such a great
all our
show.
volunteers get shirts and all that. So we got shirts and merch and all that too. So we got
Yes.
hoodies and all that. So
All right.
we gonna get y'all some shirts. I'm gonna tell you this.
We did it. We sent it 2 on your way. We're gonna get
Okay.
your size.
for you guys.
We like gifts.
Right. Well, thank you so much. This has been a great show. We thank you for being on. It was very informative, and just a really positive, uplifting, inspiring show. I'm just really glad that there is, or that there are organizations like yours out in the community, Kansas City, helping our youth. And I'm going to get on all of these contacts I wrote down for myself so we can get y'all connected. And I'm just excited to see what the Lord is doing with your organization and in the city. And we just give him glory, because we know that this is only because of him that all of these things are happening, and what the positive things that are going to happen with our youth. So I'm excited.
Amen.
Amen. Appreciate you. Thank you guys for having us on.
Yes. All right. Well, thank you all for joining us. Like and subscribe to Listening Hearts, and join us next week at 6 p.m. Bye, everyone.
Later.